did you know that in 9 days' time, a week, this Friday, there is a brand new Silent Hill movie coming out at the cinema, not on streaming, at the cinema, and it's called Return to Silent Hill. I'm guessing that probably a lot of you didn't. And I keep forgetting about it myself. So I thought what I'd do today is let's have a wee bit of a chat about it, and we'll go through the final trailer as well. Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. Yes, believe it or not, a brand new Silent Hill movie dropping at theatres a week this Friday. Return to Silent Hill. And one thing which might be of an interest, I don't know, is the fact that it's directed by a chap called Christoph Gans. And if that name sounds relatively familiar or possibly familiar, it's because he also directed the first Silent Hill movie back in 2006, not the second. And I'm not going to pretend that I liked that, because I didn't like it after playing Silent Hill. One of the things that I kind of despise the most in video game movie adaptations is the use of iconography which doesn't belong in that iteration of the game. In the case for Silent Hill in 2006, it was Pyramid Head. Now, Pyramid Head is very specific to James Sunderland and Silent Hill 2, because Pyramid Head represents James's guilt and his need for punishment. Everybody, as you may know from the video game series, sees things in Silent Hill completely differently to the people that they may interact with. And then another thing which really does my Swede in is when you have a look at the cast here, you've got Laurie Holden as Sybil Bennett. You've got Dahlia Gillespie, of course, big character from Silent Hill 1. And then the main character is Rose De Silva. Excuse me? Why isn't Harry Mason therefore the main character of the first game? And then, of course, Pyramid Head is just like wandering around. Well, it shouldn't be there at all. So everything's just like really confusing and daft to anybody that likes Silent Hill. Now, I don't question Christoph Gans's enthusiasm for Silent Hill. He apparently was trying to get Konami to allow him to use the license to make a film on Silent Hill for 5 years. And I'm sort of thinking, well, maybe they were right to hold out, because you took a simple premise, great psychological horror, and you decided to just stick it into a washing machine, set it to go, and then whatever came out, came out. Now, don't even get me started on Silent Hill Revelation, which, by the way, starred a very young Kit Harington, aka Jon Snow. And just like in that show, also in this show, he knew nothing. But I don't think the director of this one did either, as they tried to retcon stuff from the first movie, but then just made it even more stupid. Hey, look! There's Pyramid Head again for some fucking reason! So what reason do we have to believe that this Return to Silent Hill won't be any different to those two offerings? I'm trying to be so generous here. Well, I will say one thing. This time around, it's actually been independently financed. So this hasn't been financed through one of the studios. They've raised the money themselves. I think Christoph Gans has managed to get quite a few German people to cough up some coin. And they managed to get a budget still with that of around $25 million. Which, if you think about it, means that the film probably has to hit around about 50, I'm going to say 51, 52, because I don't think there's been any marketing here. But about $52 million at the theaters to break even. And I will say I'm slightly nervous for them, even with that modest total. The premise is a wee bit concerning, considering it's attempting, I believe, to do a movie adaptation of Silent Hill 2. So I would say keep it simple, keep the cast tight, and make an authentic... Never mind. James is devastated after being separated from his soulmate. You mean his wife? Mary, no, he wasn't separated from his soulmate. His wife died. His wife died. Okay. And receives a mysterious letter that leads him back to a town called Silent Hill. Okay. Right. That's on par. However, he discovers that the town has been changed by some unknown malevolent force. As he delves deeper into the town, he finds terrifying figures, both familiar and unfamiliar. Well, okay. Maria, familiar because she looks identical to Mary. Doubting his mental stability, he tries to comprehend reality and hopes to stay strong enough to rescue his beloved, his dead wife. So let's jump over to IMDb and see how they're positioning the cast on this one. At first glance, the cast kind of seems good because you see James, Mary, Pyramid, Laura, Eddie, and you see Angela. But then you look again and you're like, Mary Crane? Don't you mean Mary Sunderland? I think she kept her original name and double-barreled it, so it would be Mary Shepherd Sunderland. No / Maria, but okay, assuming that's going to be Maria as well. Pyramid Head, great, yes, because Pyramid Head actually fits here now for the first time. Laura, yes. Eddie, yes. And then Angela, but you've got Caitlin / Angela. What? No. Angela's just Angela. You don't need to mess around with Angela. She has her own very unique story. She sees Silent Hill in her own unique way. Why are you going to make it complicated? Why are you going to try and make it complicated? Now, the great white hope, of course, is that these are things which are just lost in translation. This is, I think, a German, French, Serbian production. So the way things have been interpreted, etc., might not be on point. At least I hope not. But the best thing for us to do is to judge it by what it's putting out. So let's have a look at the final trailer for Return to Silent Hill and dissect it. Headphones are going on my head. Right. Let's see what we got.
James, so much time has passed. Something's happened.
Okay. Can we stop immediately? Two things. Why couldn't you just make James look like James? Why couldn't you just, he's got dark hair? Why? James has fairer hair, much fairer hair. Why couldn't he just make his hair? Why couldn't he just make it look like James? Anyway, if you're going to use James, make it look like James. Number two, that's clearly the letter that Mary has sent to James. One of the kind of iconic bits is when Mary's reading that letter at the beginning of the game, where you hear it in her voice. I see that place, Silent Hill, and it's very eerie. And why couldn't you just reiterate that? Why couldn't you just take the letter from the game? It's a great little letter. It sets up a great mystery. If you want to have, because it looks like they want to have pre-Silent Hill scenes. I've got this letter. I'm at my current place. I'm going to get in my brum brum car. Then I'm going to drive there. Then I'm going to get to Silent Hill. Then I'm going to go into the toilet. Then I'm going to do that with my hand in front of the mirror. Then I'm going to realize I look nothing like James in Sunderland. Again, sort of overcomplicating things which don't need to be done. The letter itself explains why James is in Silent Hill. You don't need extra scenes or exposition to place him there. So carry on.
Please come back to our place. Love, Mary.
Okay. I mean, it's a good shot. It's a good shot. Welcome to Silent Hill. I don't think the sign would be that close to Silent Hill. You know, it'd be a little bit on the outskirts of Silent Hill, but okay. But if we don't have the sign next to the buildings, how are the people gonna know that he's in the Silent Hill? I think that's where we are with a lot of things today. In honesty, it drives me insane. But okay, looks, you know, you got the fog, you know, you got the atmosphere. Okay, let's see what else you got, James.
Mary.
Hello? Can anyone hear me?
You're not from here, are you?
I'm looking for someone.
Everyone got sick in Silent Hill. You really never heard about any of this?
Oh, it's a little bit on the nose. A little bit on the nose. Was that meant to be Maria as well? I mean, if that was the introduction to Maria, then stop it. Stop it. But yeah, everyone got sick. We don't need to know. These are over explanations that people don't need to know. They need to fall into a mystery. They don't need to have the mystery in some way explained. Less is more, particularly when you're dealing with psychological. And again, because everybody sees Silent Hill very differently. Laura doesn't see Silent Hill as a bad place. To her, it's just a regular place. Angela, it's all on fire. The whole thing's just burning around her. Let's carry on. Transition into the other place. I mean, okay. Creature looks fine, you know, looks like the video game. Oh. Can we get a that better be, this better be in relation to Angela's story. Otherwise I'm gonna bend somebody over and spank him on their body. Bare body as well. And not as a reward.
Get to her before it's too late.
Laura, you shouldn't be saying things like that. Laura, you're not a plot device, Laura. Okay? You should be very wary of James because as far as you're concerned, he's not such a good guy. You know, he's been a little bit naughty to Mary. So you got, anyway, never mind. Carry on. Right. Okay. So she definitely was Maria then. Okay. So that's definitely attempting to be Maria. So that's a weird opening that we got where she's just like, hey, Silent Hill's a different place now. Everyone got sick and they got poorly and things changed. By the way, I look like your dead wife. Sorry. I mean, your partner, girlfriend, soulmate. Oh God, that's going to be an awkward scene, I feels. Just wife. It was his wife. Again, I hope it's just lost in translation. Okay, now the nurses, although they were more prominent in the first one, they were still in Silent Hill 2. It's iconography. I allow it. I allow the nurse iconography. You're welcome, by the way.
You did it, didn't you, Jimmy? You woke him up.
And that was Eddie. And Eddie had nothing to do with the nurses. So why is Eddie there? Stop it. Why are you making things complicated?
All the darkness, you can't give it away.
Where is she?
No one said it would be easy.
What you're doing, it won't be enough to save her. You don't know what kind of hell you have to face.
Okay, I gotta say, I quite liked a lot of that imagery that was going on there. It's kind of like nice, creepy imagery. And by the way, yes, the music for this film is actually being done by the guy who did the music for Silent Hill 2, the video game. Akira Yakawa, whatever. His surname eludes me, but it's Akira, something like Yakawa or something. But yes, he also did. So that is a plus. That goes in the plus. I'm not saying be back, demon. No, that goes in the plus column.
Mary, they keep telling me to move on.
This bit's a little. Oh, wait, hold on, 2 seconds. Now the water. Now this bit is kind of representative of one of the endings of the game. There's a lot of debate about which is the canonical ending of Silent Hill 2. And then the Silent Hill remake sort of played and toyed with the idea of the time loop. That James was going around in a time loop in Silent Hill, dying all over the place, and then coming back until he essentially... It's sort of like a horror version of Groundhog Day until he made the right choices. So a lot of people have decided that the canonical ending of Silent Hill 2 is actually James coming to terms with the fact that ready for some spoilers, boo. James coming to the realization that he needs to atone for the fact that he killed his wife, and he killed his wife because she was really sick. And he's been fighting the justification of it. Did he kill her to put her out of her misery? Did he kill her because he was sick and tired of looking after this sick woman, and he wanted his life back? He wanted to be free of that. And it's not clear cut, and it's not simple, and it's a great sort of psychological thing to wrestle with. And so a lot of people claim, they come into the idea that the canonical ending of Silent Hill 2 is James realizing what he's done, and deeming the only way to atone for it is to drive the car, which has Mary in the back seat, drive the car into the lake and die. Now, we see him jumping into the lake here, and then when he comes out,
Telling me to move on.
he's wet here. Now, I don't think they're playing with the time loop theory here. I think this is just him getting wet and then getting out of the water. More fire. And this is this is potentially representative of Angela's father, abusive father. So I'm okay with when you're dealing with Angela parts of the story, you have the fire. I'm okay with that. I'm okay. I will allow. But I think this is meant to be representative of Angela's father in that boss fight that you get in the Silent Hill 2 game.
No matter what it takes, I won't let go.
Oh, there we go. Featuring music by Akira Amakoa. Yamaoka. Yamaoka. Akira is doing the music, and he did the music for Silent Hill 2, and that had some absolute banging music. And I still listen to it when I do housework and stuff like that. I'll put it on the TV. I'll just put like music from Silent Hill 2, and I'll just be doing stuff around the house. No final cutscene. Okay, so there we go. That was the trailer. Okay, ultimately, I don't think the trailer was terrible by any stretch of the imagination. Like I said, there's some imagery in there that I really liked, and I don't think this is going to be winning no Oscars. But if it's a decent representation of the Silent Hill 2 movie, I will be pretty happy about that. I am going to go to the cinema and see it, so I will give it a review when I've done that. 24 million budget, looking at around 50-ish to break even, probably. I think it's going to be up against it. I really do. It really all depends on whether or not there is enough there in the horror to maybe grab the attention of people who aren't too familiar with Silent Hill as a franchise. But all will be revealed in 9 days' time. So until then, you take care. Goodbye, Balooble.